Planet Zoo Barnyard Animal Pack has now been released.
Yeah!
Which means we are starting a new project. Welcome everybody to FarmVille Petting Zoo. Very first thing that I wanted to do was jump into a map, so we jump into this Europe map and we just start flattening terrain. I want to create an open space. I'm not worrying about terraforming and the surroundings at the moment, just to create an open space to start building our petting zoo in. And we're going to start with the main building. So this is kind of going to be like the main attraction. It's going to be two separate habitats, one on the right and one on the left. You're getting a traditional barn style petting zoo here, and this is what we're going to create. We're going to start creating the barn. Now obviously this can only hold 2 animals, and this pack has released 7 animals, 6, 7, I think it's 7 animals, forgive me if I'm wrong. So we need to create a zoo what's going to hold 7 animals, and this barn, like I just said, is only going to hold 2. But I don't want to go over the top. I do not want this to be some big elaborate zoo. It's a petting zoo. It's supposed to be like a small family run petting zoo. That's the look I'm going for, and that's the idea behind it with the new barnyard pack being released, which I'm really happy about, by the way. I think combining the barnyard pack and the conservation pack, you can create like the ultimate farm or the ultimate petting zoo, like I'm trying to do as well. Let me know if you've got the barnyard pack, and let me know what you've been building as well. All my socials are in the description down below if you want to show anything off that you build. Also the Discord link is in the description as well. We're going with the traditional red here. As soon as I googled farm barn petting zoos, because that's what I do when I'm trying to build something to get inspiration, I just Google image pictures. There was all red, so I thought, right, let's just go with red. I didn't want it like an obnoxious bright red, so I dulled it down a little bit to a darker deep red. We're using the stained wood, we're using the metal kind of like worn roofs as well, and we're just going to go by the traditional look here. It's going to be simple, but it's going to be quite high detailed as well. We want it to look realistic. That's what I really want to do with this zoo. I want to get it looking realistic and looking like, well, I've been to quite a lot of farms and quite a lot of petting zoos like this, so hopefully I do get it looking realistic and like it would actually work if it was in real life. Adding the hatch door now where they can get items in, equipment in and stuff like that, and then adding all the details you would find going through the hatch door, like the lever, would you call it, what like you pull stuff up with. And then we're going to add the barn door. Again, we're going to go with that red but a little bit discoloured. They think these are the Indonesian stained wood pieces. They just work really well because they actually look like they've been in use. Well, they're worn, it's in the name, and they just really work with any kind of barn or any kind of traditional kind of style of building you're trying to do, like I'm doing here. We're going to add a white trim to match the roof, of course, and that's the theme what we're going to go through for the whole of the barn, kind of like a red and white theme. Now, I know this is the first episode of FarmVille Zoo, and you're probably wondering, where's the entrance? What's the entrance going to look like? I'm not going to lie to you, I haven't got a clue. I haven't even thought about the entrance. I just wanted to start getting some animals in, hence why I'm building this barn area for 2 separate habitats, and then I'll think about the entrance. Going on the outside of the habitat with the terraforming and stuff like that, I want some kind of river. I want it to look natural, like it's in Europe, maybe even England, a bit like a British farm petting zoo. And I want it to look really natural and really like nice flowing, and so that's why I've left the zoo entrance for now. We're going to build this, we're going to start building around this until we get all the animals in, and then we can start thinking about parking lots and entrances and pathways and roads and stuff like that. We're going to leave that towards the end, where normally I would actually do that at the beginning. That's what I did in New Tropic Zoo. I created the entrance at the beginning. We're not doing it. I'm mixing things up a little bit. I'm trying something a little bit different, trying to build outside my comfort zone. If you've watched any of my videos, I love building modern designs, and I've got a whole series of me building a whole zoo, which is a modern zoo based in the grasslands of Africa. So I'm going from a modern zoo based in the grasslands of Africa to a traditional British farm zoo based in Europe. Like, you can't get much different, so I'm just trying to like climatize myself to that, but hopefully it comes out looking good. I'm really happy how this does come out looking in the end, actually, so stay tuned for that. Right, inside now, I simply just copied the front door. It was as simple as that. But then I realized that the front door was a little bit too big in lengthwise. Width was perfect, but lengthwise I wanted to lower it down a little bit and make it into the animal door. This is where the door, what's gonna, you know, where we can lock the animals inside or lock them outside if need be. Again, we're going with those realistic aspects here and trying to think what would work in real life, because then if it works in real life, it will look damn good in Planet Zoo. Just add in the bar which would allow the door to slide, and that's pretty much both doors down. Now I'm going to show you quickly how I'll go about creating custom windows. Now I have been asked this question quite a lot recently as well. If you don't want to just place the windows what are in game and you want to create your own custom windows, what will go in between different sets as well, it's quite simple. Use the pieces what you're using, but the off the grid ones. So these are the stained pieces, and I've just used the 2x4 meter ones, so we can create a gap in the wall. Once you've created a gap, just put on the bottom and the top of the gap in with the on the grid pieces, and then you've got a nice little gap where your window can sit. And then it's all about creating your custom window. Obviously the design is totally up to you. I went quite simple here as well, just added it 2 glass panes. I'm going to give the impression that the window is open, so we're just going to slant it like you seen I've done. And then we're going to create the window ledge, the window sill, and we're going to create the wooden pieces of the window, and then we're just going to try to fit it in so it looks like it would be operational again if it was in real life. It is a bit of fiddly, it is time consuming, but it looks a hell of a lot better than just sticking one of the in-game windows in and making it look like everybody else is building. It doesn't look realistic. You will have windows open to get air going in and out of most buildings, to be honest with you. So that's what we want to do. We want to give it the impression that it would work. Just finishing it off this side. Now we're going to have 2 different variants of like length when it opens. Then we're going to add a little catch here as well. This is obviously going to be the handle. Again, it's all about the detailing. Put all the little details together and it will come out looking magnificent. I'm really happy with this window actually. And it's really easy. Once we've got one window, we can just copy the 2 pieces that are off the grid and the window itself over to the other side and make sure all the gaps are filled in, and then we just copy it to the opposite side, and then we can start working on this interior where I've added some props to the left, just hay bales and stuff like that. And then we're going to add here the barrier, the inside barrier. This is where guests would be able to come in and maybe have a little pet, have a little stroke with the animals, and you get up close and personal with them. And then again, once you've done one side, it's easier to do the other. I just selected the whole thing, copied it, made sure I lined it up nicely like you can see me doing here, so it's all level, and just slide it over and you've got the other side. Added some benches in the middle and some grids, and we've got the interior pretty much done. I will give you a full tour of everything at the end. We started building this fence, we started building this fence with one's wood and one's metal, and then I'll show you how it came together. So this is how this fence on this side started to come together, and we're going to insert a little barn. And no, it's not in the game, it's not part of the new DLC. I hand made this from scratch using mainly individual conservation wood pieces and recolored them to different colours. Like you can see me building here, this was very time consuming, but we actually got no like mini barns released, and I thought they would do. I thought Planet Zoo would put some like mini barns in there, part of the new barnyard pack, but they didn't. So I thought I'm going to make my own. Sack it. If in doubt, just make your own. Just build it from scratch. Very time consuming, and it actually got me quite stressed because everything started coming out of place and stuff like that. It really did made it, but it does come out looking good. I'm actually going to put this separate barn onto the Steam Workshop page as well. So if you're not following my Steam Workshop page, the link is in the description, and if you do want this barn, then it'll probably be on there by the time this video has been released. We're going to create a little window here. So again, we're going to create a little gap, exactly the same method what you saw me doing the big barn, we're going to do the little barn, and then we're going to create a custom window. Just line these conservation pieces up once again and create that gap where the window will go. Then we just got to add the glass and the window pane. It looks like the window can slide here. I'm going with a slidey window look, so I just need to find the right size of glass so it doesn't poke out at the top or at the bottom. And then look, it gives the impression that the window can slide. And then we're going to finish off the front and the back, and that is pretty much done for our small barn. Now on this side here, I went with the other style of fencing. These are custom made, by the way, but they are on my Steam Workshop page. And then this is what is overlook view, so you can see all the paths added as well. On the left side, I'm going to do a chicken coop. On the right side is a parking lot. And with all that planned out and knowing where I'm going to go, it was decided then to start putting the animals in, because I really was worried about the space that the animals had. And you can see me just putting in the gate now. Now on this side, the animals, what I put in, get enough space, they're fine, but on the other side I do have to extend the gate quite a lot as well. Now I'll just put the small gate in out of the habitat barrier gate, wrap an old barrier around. Job's a good one. Get our sheep in, get the foliage and the rock working, and it came out looking like this. See, I've got different variants of foliage and rocks and twigs and stuff. If you want a foliage tutorial, then you can have one, but I've got one on my channel. Just search Adamup tutorial on foliage and it'll come up. Then on the right hand side, you will see that I've added the goats, and like I said, I've extended that back area. With the foliage it'll look like this, and we've got a custom feeder off the Steam Workshop as well. Now I am very aware that the last 3 segments of that video, the stop motion and the speed build segments, were quite rushed, so let's take a tour around and I'll show you in detail what I've done, and we'll conclude this video. So the sheep are in, and all the foliage I am really happy with, and like I previously said, I have got a foliage tutorial. But you want to basically use different kinds of foliage grouped together and intertwined with each other. Kind of like you can see the green and the brown here, so it looks like they've been grazed on by the sheep. We've got some rocks, and we've got this feeder here. Now this is a custom feeder off the Steam Workshop page, it's not mine. I'm going to take it to the other side where there's this custom feeder, again not mine, but I will link on both in the description down below, and they were by an amazing creator, so go and give them some love. And give me a minute, because I've just seen a goat jump over my fence. Excuse me, Mr. Goat, what are you doing? I'll tell you what you are doing, you're about to get shot up. Wow, it's like the ends out here. Right, anyway, why is that jumping over there? See, I'm not perfect, I make mistakes as well. So we're going to click on this goat here, and we're going to check his traversable area. Yeah, right there. It says it right there, Adam. How did you not see? You can jump over it. So obviously, what we need to do is move this. There. Move this. There. Right, press play. How can this still jump out? Okay, we'll move this all the way over there then. Right, that's better. They cannot jump out now. See, always change something if it's not right. And as I was saying, well, I wasn't saying actually, but I filled these gaps in here. You can see these gaps. Again, multiple lots of foliage. We've got some sunflowers in there and stuff. Looking all good, different kinds of foliage all matching together with the little bits of rocks as well. Got this little area here. I was trying to create little pockets of areas what look like they would exist in a farm, really. That's what I'm trying to do. The parking lot's going to be here, and maybe a road down here as well. We're going to add some tractors and stuff like that. I'm really excited to build stuff. Here is going to be the chicken coop area and the chicken I might do a walkthrough habitat for the chickens actually, and then we're going to do another walkthrough habitat here for another animal, which I've not decided. Maybe the alpaca, I've not actually decided yet. But yeah, I did have to extend this out here because they just didn't have enough room down there, but it still looks pretty good. We've got like an interlocking gate there as well, so we can separate these two areas for the zookeepers if need be. And the animals are in, the goats are in, and the sheep are in over on this side, and they are all happy. Inside can be reached as well by both animal types coming into the right and to the left. We've not got the guest spawn in yet, so guests won't come in. But that is everything. We've got a random well as well there. A well as well? Ignore that. But yeah, that concludes this video, and I've actually really enjoyed building something different for once. Anyway, my name's Adam. If you're new around here, then hit that subscribe button. Please hit that like button if you did like this video, and I will catch you in the next Planet Zoo video.